Let's go. 4 times because I'm 4 times for real. Hey, before we go any further, I want to do a major shout out. Shout out to you, shout out to him, shout out to her, shout out to all y'all for tuning in to my channel. I got one video that hit 1K. Mama, I made it! Hey, you tuned in to Grandmaster D TV. Hey, I ain't gonna be before y'all guys long with this video. I'm just gonna give y'all a little rundown on what food service is. Alright? Alright? Hey, run this video up like how y'all been running up all the other videos. Make sure y'all like, comment on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hey, let's get it. Let's get in the video. So, just to begin with, what is food service? You may ask. Alright, well, food service is an industry under the trucking umbrella, right? And so, basically, we deliver groceries to just about anywhere. So then you may ask, where you deliver to? I ain't no Instacart delivery driver. I don't just pick up groceries and then go drop them off to somebody's house. Nah, but the places that we deliver to are schools, yeah, elementary, middle, high school, and even college. You got hospitals we deliver to, nursing homes. You got chain restaurants and chain fast food restaurants. You got your mom and pop shops, hotels. If you're in the South, we deliver to a whole lot of gas stations. You get chicken and fish at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, and we even do prisons. You know, the inmates got to eat, the kids got to eat. That's why we deliver to schools. So, man, basically, anywhere food is served or sold, we deliver to. And they're just that. Versus OTR, over the road drivers, food service is a local position. So that means you're going to be home daily. You may you may have some layovers. It's very rare. Um, and those layovers are a 1 night layover. So you'll only be away from the family 1 night. But most guys already, if you're new to this game, most guys already got that route bidded on, and that's their route. The only way you may run it is if they quit, they get fired, or if they call in or something like that. Then that's when that route will be open to bid on. Or if they call in, then you can be able to. Well, I'm gonna say you be able to. They're gonna make you run that route because they got called in. Um, but other than the layover routes, you may, on average, you're gonna run 300 miles max, maybe 4. Just depends. But I feel like 300 is more of that, the more average range. You're not gonna really drive too much over that. The start time is between anywhere from 12 a.m. to maybe about 5 a.m. So this is an early bird game. You got to catch the worms as early as you can, because um, you want to get there before those parking lots get full. You want to beat traffic during the day. We do a lot of key drops, so we delivering this stuff before the customer even get there and all that. So we start early. So make sure you get your sleep, your rest when getting into it, because we are up early at the break of dawn. Next thing I'm gonna get into, I ain't gonna go too deep into it. I'm gonna just mention it just to bring it up. But the pay with every food service company is going to be different, and every city and state is going to be different. So keep that in mind when I'm telling you these things. And don't just think that I'm talking about where you live just because you think that's just what I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about just the general information about what it comes to pay. Um, with some food service, um, you only hourly pay. You just get your hourly pay, your base rate for that specific job that you at. Um, some companies they may pay you your hourly rate and then plus incentives. All incentives are going to be different for every company. You some of the incentives, for example, is they pay you for the miles that you driven for that day. They pay you for the amount of cases that you delivered. Some of them pay you for the amount of cases that you pick up. Um, they pay you for backhauls if you get backhauls. And then the last one that I can think of as of right now is uh, pay you for the time that you finish the round. And yes, that means faster you get done, possibly the more money you may make. Um, I really don't focus on that too much, especially in the beginning when I was in training. When I first got out of training, I didn't focus on trying to be done the quickest just so I can get paid the more. Um, with that, the more grind you put in, I ain't gonna even say grind. With that, the more you work in food service, the easier it's gonna get. So just throughout time, you're gonna get faster and faster. But I don't want you guys out there hustling, grinding, and humping every single last day, just trying to get the max pay from that time. Uh, your health is not worth it. Your body's not worth it. Your families are going to get less of you because you're just so burnt out from work. And if you do it that way, if you hustling and grinding every day, you're not gonna last in food service. Um, take your time delivering these cases, man. I ain't gonna say take your time, but move at a steady pace to be able to get throughout the day with that. Um, the type of trailers that we deal with are reefer trailers, and they range from different sizes, all the way from a 28 foot all the way to a 53. Um, but we deal mostly from what I've seen is our 36s and 38s. And those gonna be the main two. Then it may be a 28 foot, and then you're gonna go up to the 43. But with the 53 footers, there aren't that many 53 footers in food service. Um, so yeah, that's that. And inside the trailer, you got three areas in it. You got your dry that's normally in the front. You got in the middle of the trailer is your refrigerator or your cooler items, and then in the back will be your freezer. And they have bulkheads in them between the cooler, but between all three spaces because you have to keep those certain areas in the truck at a certain temperature. But for example, your freezer has to be about 0 degrees. With your cooler, it has to be about 36, 37 degrees. So the bulkheads are there to be able to isolate that temperature in those areas of the truck. The way that we deliver these groceries is 8 times out of 10 is going to be you running down that route You got the ramp. Some trailers you may get a lift gate on there. If you got a lift gate, you possibly can also get a electric pallet jack or just a regular pallet jack. Um, when you got the lift gate and the electric pallet jack, that makes the day a whole lot more easier. People have their preferences when it comes to things like that, but hey, just a few things about food service that people don't like about it. Um, and that's really there's no assigned trucks, there's no assigned trailers, but the more seniority that you have, the more likely that you will get a assigned truck. I have been to some companies to where they assign you a truck and a trailer. But that's really just depend on the route that you have all week to be able to get that same trailer. Um, but especially when you're first starting off and you're new in the game, there's no assigned trucks. You may get lucky and you go to a opcode to where they do give out assigned trucks, but that's not pretty normal. So that's just something that you got to look into before getting in. Um, and another thing people don't like about it is being a floater. So when you first get into food service, you are going to be a floater. I mean, you just got to deal with it, especially being in training, and then especially when you first get out of training. Some of these companies they work on seniorities. So with the bidding, when you bid for routes, the longer you've been there, and some places also do attendance and stuff like that too. But all that just contingent on upon the company that you go to. But being a floater is not bad. You get to learn where a lot of these stops at. So when you do get out there by yourself, or while you're out there by yourself, you're gonna learn how to get to these stops just from being a floater, and it just make you more diverse. The last thing I'm gonna get into about what food service is, and this is the last reason why somebody may not like food service, and that's just there's cameras inside of the truck, so it's a camera facing outward, and there's one facing inside the cab as well too. Companies do that for the safety and just a precaution of other vehicles that are around. People see these big companies, and I'm not gonna go into detail, but there are certain things that you can't do when you come to food service. You can't be on your phone, you can't eat, can't drink. It's basically just stopping the distractive driving. So I mean, it ain't bad, but a lot of guys they don't like that inside camera. You guys stick around to the end, and I'm gonna just give you a quick rundown on a list of food service companies that you can apply to wherever you are. Also, note all these companies may not be in the area you at, so it's something you just got to do your research on. But I'm gonna look at my iPad here, just to give you guys a rundown. Of course, you got the greatest food service company there is. They don't pay me to tell y'all this, but Performance Food Group, Performance Food Service, however you want to pronounce it, PFG. Shout out to all you guys out there. My coworkers across the country. You got Cisco, you got U.S. Foods, you got McLean, you got Ben and Keith, Cheney Brothers, Gordon Foods, Shamrock, Sigma. Um, I'm gonna throw in Vistar. Vistar is a little different, but they are under the PFG family. Shout out to them guys. Also, Cormark as well. they basically did deliver tobacco, and with Vistar they deliver snacks. Um, and the things that they do is just a little different from the average food service company out there. But hey guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in for another video. Let's keep running my channel up. If you sticked around to the end, that means you had to be interested in the video. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button for me. I'm on my road to 100 subscribers right now. And make sure you guys like and comment on the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what food service you're going to go to. And hit the bell notification so you can see every time that I drop. I got a lot of good videos that's on the way for you guys that I got in mind already. And so, yeah, man, I'm out.